Have you ever shown up at a GPAA claim and not know where to start? Well, I'm going to give you the treasure map for GPAA Greyback. You'll also get some great dry washing tips to keep you running smooth. There's the results from, I'm guessing, about 23 gallons and their big Royal dry washer. As you can see, it ran super well, nice and even all the way across, all the way down, and ran super smooth. Only a couple really small clog ups, running at a 1/8 inch classification, just so it runs a little better. Dirt is a little bit damp, so anything you can do to make it run smoothly, always an A+. Let's hope the clean out is as good as the run. So what I'm digging here, there's a nice solid layer of pay gravels. It's maybe about a foot thick, and you can distinguish it by these nice black gravels. If you take a look in the sun, you can really tell the difference. Nice little black gravel there. And based on the knowledge of the locals around here, you want to go down until you get to this kind of false bedrock layer. And you can see it's pretty hard digging right there. So the beauty is this pay gravel is super easy digging, and then once you get to the hard digging, you just stop. And if you want, you can try and clean off the hard pan here, and some gold will definitely be sitting down there. So I'll probably grab my vacuum once I've given it a good raking and gotten what I can that way, and vacuum it up, see if we can get all the stuff that's sitting on that hard pack, and then we'll knock these big walls down and keep moving towards the pay layer. So that's what I'm digging. So if you come out to Greyback, that's what you're looking for. If you're digging in one of these big community dig holes, find that layer of black gravel and get after it. And just to make things easier, like I said, we're classifying it. A lot of times don't do that since the dry washer has grizzlies built in, but it just makes it run so smooth, and that's definitely worth it. So good luck out there. As you can see, I just started vacuuming the hard pack here. And I'm very, very curious to see what we're going to get off of that. Like I said, the locals have said that's the place to be, and you might want to dig like an inch or so into it, but beyond that, kind of a waste of time. So, but that's what it looks like cleaned up. And there's before. Here's the hoping the DeWalt's got a nice payload. Well, the days are getting late. Got another 10 gallons or so to run. We'll add that to the collection. And I did vacuum up the hard pan area with the DeWalt there. So I'll take that back to camp and pan that separately and see if that's worth the extra effort. So knock out this last run, head back to camp, and call it a night. And there you have it, the results from a 23-gallon test. First pan back, so I'm sure there's a tiny bit in the black sands that I might have missed, but overall a much better result than anywhere else I've found. So that tells you the value of that little black pay layer. And I've got still the other 10-gallon bucket to run, and then also the vacuum off of the hard pan. So we'll see what those look like as well, but overall a pretty good result here. Not gonna lie, I'm really impressed with those results. That comes from the 10 gallons worth of dirt, classified down to 1/8 inch, right off of the hard pan layer. That is a really nice result, and there's a pretty solid piece right in the middle here. It's got a little shape to it, but that is definitely worth chasing. So I know where I'm going to be digging for at least the next couple days. And all I've got left to test is the vacuum, see what's in there that's actually right off the top of the hard pan, and then I'll put it all together and give you a final result for the day. I'm excited. Admittedly, a little less than I was expecting from the vacuum after the 10-gallon bucket run, but the particle size is pretty snazzy there, so I might continue vacuuming it and see if I can get some better results elsewhere. Only did maybe a 2 foot by 2 foot square, so wasn't a huge test result there. But ultimately, a very good result from this hole altogether. I'll put it all in the snuffer bottle, dump it out, get it cleaned up with some clean water, and we'll take a look and see what we got overall. So have you ever gone prospecting? You wake up in your tent the next morning, you go to empty your snuffer bottle so you can start fresh for the day, and you find your gold locked in ice? Because that's a new problem for me. Guess I'm gonna have to take a little time before I get started today. Whoops. And just a friendly reminder, make sure you're not throwing out the dirt that falls through the screen mesh in the bottom of your dry washer tray. This is what I found in that I don't know, handful of dirt that you find underneath there. Somehow that does get through the screen. So keep an eye out there, pan it out after each of your runs and see if you get some extra specs. And there we have the day one result, all combined. There's the little crunchy bit. Very satisfied with that. Roughly a 32 gallon run and maybe a 2 by 2 square off the hard pan. So definitely a great result, especially for a GPAA claim. Anywhere you can come and dig like that, got to be satisfied. Hope you enjoyed. All right, so we're going to do the final way up. Unfortunately, Greyback has decided to send 70-mile-an-hour winds again, so that's unfortunate. But let's see what we ended up with for day one out there. .1, not bad considering the small spec size. Obviously not as much as you ever want, is it? But a good start. And let's be honest, I didn't film day two, but I know we always like to see more gold. Let's see what that result was. I actually did a little bit more digging, about 40 gallons instead of 32, and then also what I showed you from inside the bottom of the dry washer. Some more specs, but no crunchy bit. About the same result, .11.